Hello and welcome to Korean in 5, where we take 5 minutes out of your important day and we try to learn some Korean. And hopefully I won't say learn Japanese because that's what I typically do, but I did co-write Korean from zero, so I feel qualified a little bit at least to teach you some of the simple grammar that's taught in the Korean from zero book in this series. So today we're going to talk about simple sentences, 단순한 문장에 대해 말하자. Let's do it. Today we're going to look at some new words that we need to be able to say sentences. We need to know this very, very important Korean word, 이다. 이다. 이다 means, it's all of the to be verbs in English. It means is, am, are, depending on what you need in English. Keep in mind that in Korean it's just one word, but in English it's all these different words. And it's based on the context what you translate it into English. All right? In Korean, there's 3 versions of this word, depending on the formality and depending on how the word before this word ends. You need to change how you use either this one or this one, okay? So 입니다 is the first one. This is a sort of a polite, formal way to say it is, he is, she is. Now, if you know Hangul, I assume you know Hangul already, you'll notice that that's ip with a B and then an N for it should be, right? 입니다. But one special Hangul sound change rule is that if you have a biup, this B sound, followed by a niun, the N sound, it becomes an M. So this really is 입니다. 입니다. This biup changes to an M, but you never write it that way, you just say it that way. And this is just 이에요 and 예요. And we'll talk about those in just a minute. Now, in order for us to make simple sentences, you do need to know some words. So let's just get some basic words here. First we have dog, 개. Dog, that doesn't mean gay, it just means dog, and the dog isn't gay. But that will help you maybe remember how to say dog. All right, so we want to say it's a dog. We'll start with the formal, polite way. We'll say 개입니다. 개입니다. All right, so notice there is no space, and this means it's a dog. In this case, 입니다 means it's a dog. 개입니다. All right, so let's now add another word to our vocabulary list. 친구, 친구, 친구. So 친구 means friend. So if I want to say he's my friend or she's my friend, I still use 입니다. Because now 입니다, the context of the conversation, if it's a boy, I'm saying he's a friend. If my friend is a girl, I'm saying she's a friend. Remember, Korean is not the problem. Korean does everything with this one word. English, for some reason, requires us to have a pronoun. It requires us to say he or she or I. Korean does not require it. As a matter of fact, if I said here my name, 조지입니다, I now just said I am George. So 입니다 covers all of the English pronouns depending on what you need in English. All right, let's learn one more word to show you a specific usage. Pen, pen. So pen just means pen. It comes from English, so it's not a hard word to remember. And just like dog and just like friend, you just throw it in front of 입니다, and you have 펜입니다. 펜입니다. Okay, and that means it's a pen. Now let's look at the other 2 ways that ida is conjugated. So this is the formal way. This is the casual polite way. This is formal polite, like in front of large groups where you're talking kind of an impersonal way, or newscasts. Things like that, you would use 입니다. But if you're talking to your friends and you want to still be polite, you're going to say 이에요 and 예요. And you can do this with almost everybody. And most foreigners that learn Korean, they typically end up using these forms quite a bit. All right? Very important thing to know when to use 이에요 and 예요 is how the word before it ends. If you've already studied this, I hope you have at least, you'll know that there's this thing called Putt Team. Putt Team in Korean means final consonant. A word can end on a vowel sound or on a consonant sound. If there is a consonant at the end of the word, it has a Putt Team. Okay? If it has a Putt Team, the usage changes. So let's look. So this is ha. Ha without a Putt Team. There's nothing there. But here we have a niun. And this niun, now becomes han. Han. It's the first han in Hanguk, Korea. And this is the Putt Team. So the final consonant is niun. Let's look at a couple more examples. So now we have gu, gu, and adding a ryul, we now have good, good. Okay, so like a word like Hangul, which is the Korean writing system. The final consonant here, the Putt Team, here is ryul. And looks like quite a tricky one if you're just learning. You probably will have seen this. It comes up in a couple more lessons in the book. Opta. There would be a da here, it would be op. But you don't say the shiot. This is a shiot, it's an S sound typically, and this is your bu sound, but this is silent here. Even though it's silent though, the final consonant is still the shiot, okay? And that's gonna be important when we get to the next section. All right, so this ends in, ge ends in a vowel. Because it ends in a vowel, we use yeyo, geyeyo. It's a dog, geyeyo, okay? If it ends in a Putt Team, you must use ieo, penyeyo, penyeyo, okay? And notice that this niece, it's not pen, ieo, they blend together. That's in another video, go watch it on sound blending on our channel. So penyeyo, it's a pen. Now that we know how to say simple sentences, let's see how we can make simple questions. It's very, very easy in Korean. Not like English where we have to change the order of words. Like we say, it's a dog, is it a dog? We don't have that in Korean. You literally just make it sound like a question. 게예요? 게예요? Okay. 펜이에요? 펜이에요? Is it a pen? Just like that. And notice that in this one, you can never, ever, ever make 입니다 into a question. You never can. It's never 펜입니다. Cannot do that. For 예요 and 이에요, you can. But if you want to be more polite or more formal, you can do 입니까. 입니까? This is a special question form for higher level polite or for formal. 펜입니까? 펜입니까? Okay, is it a pen? All right, so you can do the same thing. Notice that even if there is no Putt Team, it's still 입니까. 입니다 is kind of the safe way to not worry about Putt Team, because if you have a Putt Team or if you don't have a Putt Team, you still will just use 입니다. There's no like 니까 in this case. You can say 친구입니까? Is it a friend? Is she a friend? Is he a friend? Depending on the context. Are you friends? And your very, very simple answers, this is how we're going to end it, would be 네, yes, or 아니요, no. If you would like to learn more Korean, I highly recommend our book series, Korean from Zero. And I can highly recommend it because you don't even have to buy it if you want to learn. You can go to koreanfromzero.com and download the entire free PDF and all of the sounds for the book, or listen to the sounds on your mobile device completely for free, no registration, no tricks. Or if you'd like a hard copy and they are a beautiful book, go to Amazon.com. And if you're in a country that does not get serviced by Amazon.com, you can go to bookdepository.com and get free shipping to the Philippines, to Scandinavia, to all these interesting countries that don't have Amazon service. Thank you for watching Korean in 5. 다음에 봐요.